Yes, indeed. We are still in 2025. I know it's going to take people a while to actually understand that we have changed year. And for the first couple of weeks, you guys are going to be signing the wrong dates on your invoices and everything. But we are here to remind you that we made it into a brand new year. Your resolutions, we're still waiting to hear and or see from all our social media platforms. But for now, we are choosing to enjoy the first sun of 2025. It is actually very beautiful outside. So if you're in your houses, you might consider just peeping and seeing what 2025 looks like. And luckily, I managed to get a hold of our one and only main celebrant. Sami Kini decided to join us.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
You say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Which language am I speaking now?
That's Luma Saba.
Oh, Happy New Year.
New Year is basically, it's like happy and you eat. So welcome.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes,
it sounds like eating.
New Year. Yes, it's eating. So
okay,
instead
Happy
of saying
New Year.
Happy New Year, yes, because this is going to be one of those years where we get to eat and eat big. In terms of, yesterday I was in church throughout. Shout out to Apostle Grace Lubega. And for me, I always say to myself, no matter where I am, no matter which country I am, when it comes to the new year, it has to find me with my God. And for me it was like getting that word for the year, for the 365 days. This year it's a 365 days year.
Yeah.
And so for me it was basically getting that message that is going to move me forward. And for me it was pretty easy. It's a year where my cup is going to overflow. And for me, it's an extension of people around me, my family, my friends. I just want to see them consistently getting a bounty of everything and just enjoying and eating beyond. Like you eat until you say, I am satisfied. Like I have taken too much. You get?
You finish that sentence.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Oh my God, next year is like election year, innit?
Yeah, and it's going to start this year because this
year we're going to suffer.
Primaries.
Bagenda tukuba tear gas.
We rebuke that. We rebuke that.
We rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Still, the thing is, I know particular characters. When it comes to the African continent, Ugandans are very stubborn people. Kenyans are very stubborn people, and as you can see, tear gas was their welcome into 2025. All our people watching in Nairobi, of course, yes, our hearts are with you. For those who have been going through tough times, especially with abductions and all that, our hearts are definitely with you, and we're hoping that 2025 will be a lot better than what 2024 was. But the welcome into the new year was dramatic in Kenya.
I mean, it was.
I think Dubai was very calm and, for lack of a better term, boring. And then as opposed to how it normally is, usually the festive season has people with fireworks and blah blah. It seems like this year so many people chose to stay in or opted for other ways to usher themselves into the new year as opposed to what they usually did. Though here in Uganda, I feel like there was a mixture of emotions. So many people chose
church. Everywhere it was like a 50-50. Because to be honest, I saw videos of people in clubs. My friends.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to them.
Big up to the people who showed up to all my events last night.
So many people in clubs, so many people in hotels, so many people at church, and also so many people stuck on the roads.
In all honesty, because I've worked on New Year's before. I've worked on New Year's ever since the lockdown began, and I've seen all ends of how New Year's is celebrated. There's a different group of people that is just used to doing the same thing. Family people will always opt for hotels, but the turnout at many hotels wasn't as good as it normally is, because people usually fill a place up from 5 o'clock in the evening. But yesterday it seemed like things were a little bit slow. That's why I'm thinking either Uganda has just chose a different route this year or something, but it's good to see that almost all churches were filled to capacity.
It was.
And not till like 12 o'clock, no, my dear.
5 a.m., 8 a.m.,
I for sure still have songs ringing in my ear because even the time I chose to go, like even after getting done with work, I found churches still open and I'm like, oh, I have a chance also to get into the whole mix. And I left people still in church, still praising and worshiping and everything, and it was good to see. That's a different direction. Although I'm told there was another side of Uganda, the Nkuka festival also happened.
I mean,
them they got ushered in different.
Like I said,
you guys got
it was just a Katogo of
Sammy,
things.
what would you do if they slapped you into a new year?
They
are waiting for the countdown.
It can never be me.
Yeah, come on.
And that's the thing. Like, you need to be aware how it's very important how you end 2024, but also
Yes.
how you usher in a brand new year.
2025, yes.
And for me, it's always been that feeling that you attract the same energy. And I feel like this year, more than any other year, we need to like just show a lot of love to people. We need to be very considerate and very accommodating at the same time, but also be aware of the environments that we are in, knowing that you are a reflection of that particular environment, you know. And that's what we're saying. Even as we enter into the whole 2025, and we're going to have priorities, and we're going to have, you know, primaries when it comes to elections and stuff like that. And we are saying no to events where people's lives are going to be at risk. We're saying no to riots. We're saying no to tear gas. Yes.
I think not last year, the year before is when we had a couple of stampedes over Freedom City.
Exactly.
Lugogo. Things did not end well for some. But like
these things of throwing bottles at people and
this last year, kind of things did ease up when it came to the violence at events, and we're hoping that 2025. Banange, temuka sakama chupa. When Inwadi also said, do not throw at her money because she'll beat you. I mean, do not touch your celebrities in bad places. Like basically, let's try and avoid things that will bring negative vibes and make things end on a bad note for anyone. But at least, well, sorry to those who were harmed last night. The whole entire story of what actually went down, I'm pretty sure we'll get to see the updates on Spark Television. But now all at least I know is that some people did not exactly start the new year well. And we're hoping that things get better henceforth. Do not lose hope. We're going to do things better. I'm pretty sure even the events organizers are going to figure out how to make things better. But the next time they call you for an event at Serena, Banange, you come, because at least I've never heard of anyone being slapped.
It's very sad. And the thing we're saying, some of these issues are not just unique to Uganda. So what happened yesterday at Raha Fest, you know,
that didn't actually get to
Shensea,
you
get Shensea was on stage. She barely performed for about 7 minutes. She just finished performing her very first song, and she was on to the second song. And you know, the chant started, Rudo must go, blah 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 blah. Before you know it, tear gas left, right, and center, and it was done. The event organizers.
What was sad is I know for sure. I know actually a couple of Ugandans that traveled all the way to Kenya.
I mean, it's
just
sad
to attend that particular because of Shenzhen.
Yeah, it's
not because of anyone else.
The organizers have issued a statement,
what
and
did they
literally
say?
they're crying. They're saying, "What do you guys want us to do at this level?" It's not the people inside the concert who brought the problems, it's people outside. And so you have this multitude of people coming, and they're breaking the barriers, and they're forcing themselves into, and they have issues to say. So they're asking themselves, what can we do as event organizers? We brought in security, we brought A, B, C, and D.
But then there were
these
evil
guys
issues that were there and still
so they're like,
unhandled.
we need to calm down as a society and find other ways of channeling our anger. If you have an issue, right, there are other better ways that you can do to exercise your right or your freedom of expression. Do not come and disrupt people's property or people's businesses, because there are a lot of people whose livelihoods pretty much depend on an event.
Which feels so bad. That's the thing, because I know for sure there are people who invested in that particular event.
Exactly.
Getting Shenzhen, roughly how much is it right now?
120,000 US dollars.
$120K. That's in the US dollars. And then they've paid that. They've paid for all the artists on the lineup, all the DJs that were on the lineup. And now the people who actually did come through in attendance are demanding a refund. You as an event organizer, don't you run mad?
Man,
you run mad at the beginning of the year. It's insane to actually think of. But like, at the end of the day, things did happen. Luckily enough, many people were able to leave with everything intact, their bodies and everything. At least they are okay. That is all. All we can do is just hope for the better. We're hoping all the issues will be solved and or talked about at least. Anyway, because I think one of the things that's causing issues is if no one wants to talk about it, these guys are like, hey, you will talk.
It's crazy. It's
you
crazy.
will say something.
But even
about
as
it.
we highlight some of the unfortunate incidents that happened last night, we're also very much aware some great things did happen. The fact that you and I are alive and you and I can be able to have this.
2025.
Yes, so let's just have some great vibes, great energy, and you know, great music
I
from our
still need
musicians.
to know what your resolutions are for this year.
I
know this is a question that's going to be lingering on for this whole first week. And everyone is like, new year, new me, this year I am this, this year I am that. What is it? What are you
For
this
me,
year?
to be honest with you, my New Year's resolution is to just sacrifice myself for others, to give more, to love more. I recognize that there is a blessing in me, and I just want to extend that blessing to other people who might not be able to tap into it. So I just want to use my grace, you know, to shower people with what I can be able. So if you're out there and you feel in any way I can touch your life in one way or another, I can bless your career in one way or another, whether you're a musician or you are an actor or you are whatever, you're into events and you need my help, whatever it is that you feel I can be able to, you know, bless you, just reach out to me. My socials.
Sammy, me, I know how you can bless me. I want chips.
You want chips? It's
I'm
very
hungry.
simple. KFC.
And it's very necessary for my career right now, because if I don't eat, I go fall down.
You're gonna have your KFC. So it's that simple.
I want chips.
I just want to see myself blessing as many people as possible.
Okay, can bless me twice.
77 times 7 times.
You know what it is.
What's your New Year's resolution?
I started off the year in a very positive kind of feel. Some things I may not be able to say on air or whatever, but at least I have a clean bill of health.
Nice.
So that is what I am going to celebrate even more this year than any other time, because I was actually waiting for the clock of the new year to see if I had actually been able to survive. So at least from all I know, I have a clean bill of health, so things can only go onwards and upwards from now. I am literally dedicated to enjoy my life a lot more than I ever did before, because I think I had forgotten what it was like just to be a human being and live my life and enjoy the small little things, eating out, sitting on the ground, sleeping in the morning, playing around and all that. That is what I'm dedicating my 2025 to, more of me. So if you're in for positive energy, come to me, we're gonna chill. If you're up to negative vibes, I am not the person.
Stay far away!
Because this year I've also said I'm going to teach myself how to be. You come to me, I come to you.
You are like Jarul. Jarul said that 2025 is a year for him to be petty. And someone was like, no, you're 49, why do you need petty? I was like, I'm going to act like a 12-year-old.
I'm going to be petty, I'm going to be selfish. You abuse me, I abuse you.